Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today we're in the heart of the home, my kitchen. Last week I filmed items that I own and love from Amazon all throughout my home. And in that video, we briefly went through my kitchen. I shared a few items with you, but there's so much more in my kitchen that I felt like it needed a video on its own. So we're gonna go through my kitchen. I'm gonna share all of the items that I own and love in my kitchen from Amazon. I filmed this video, I wanna say a couple of years ago in our last apartment, maybe a year or two ago. So it was a while ago in our last kitchen. And some of the items made it into this kitchen. Some items maybe I don't even own anymore, but I wanted to share the items that are currently in my kitchen that we're loving, that we're using. As you can see, I have just a tiny bit of decor in my kitchen, really not a lot. When it comes to the kitchen, I do love to use beautiful pieces that are functional and practical, but I don't like to overfill my kitchen with decor. So a lot of these items are actual useful items in the kitchen, if that makes sense. So let's just get right into it. When it comes to the actual decor of the kitchen, as I mentioned, I don't like to overdo it, but when I'm thinking about how I can make this space feel decorated, obviously I have my art piece up here, but it really comes down to like the different bowls and different materials that I'm using throughout the kitchen. For instance, over here I have a booze block, which is very functional, but it is acting as a grounding piece, kind of like a tray. However, we could clear this stuff off and use the booze block when we need it. So that's the way I personally like to decorate my kitchen. I feel like anytime I've added too much decor in my kitchen, it just kind of feels like it takes up precious real estate. So I've kind of stopped doing that. As you can see, our kitchen is very high contrast with a lot of black and white. And the way I try to balance that is bringing in that mid-tone, like my booze block, that is a wood, it warms it up. My cutting board back here, even this rattan lamp that I mentioned, this little mini lamp, I mentioned this in my last Amazon video. Those are the sort of things I try to bring in that are that mid-tone, and it just softens up the contrast and makes it feel a little bit more inviting and warm. And then another way that I like to do it is by adding in my Aesop hand soap. I get this on Amazon. I love it. I have the hand soap and hand balm out here right now, and I really love to splurge on the Aesop, but I also really love the packaging. I just think it's beautiful. It adds in that mid-tone, and when I'm in my kitchen, the light from our window kind of seeps through the bottle, and you can see the warmth of the amber bottle, which I love. If you are someone who does not want to splurge on luxury hand soap, another thing that I get from Amazon are these glass amber bottles, which I love these for filling in my hand soaps in these bottles when I don't want to splurge on the luxury hand soap. So this is another way to get that look for less. I've also purchased plastic bottles that I've used in projects where they have labels that look pretty similar to the Aesop, or you can label these as well. I think that they're really pretty, or you just keep them clean with nothing on them and you get that look for less. It's very similar, the same kind of vibe. Also, these glass bottles, they're glass, so they're a higher quality. They just really kind of bring in that quality into your space. So I love these. I also love the spray bottles. I don't have any in here right now, but I was like, wait, where are all my spray bottles? I didn't realize they might be still packed away from when we moved, but I love the spray bottles as well. I get the amber bottles and I get the glass bottles. I label them with my label maker. Love to decant all of my stuff and make it pretty. Another way that I like to add a lot of visual interest to my space is swapping out a lot of the materials that I have in our kitchen. So I have the amber bottles, I have clay in here, I have wicker with this candle. This candle's also from Amazon. Love this candle. This is called Back Porch. It smells so much like spring and summer, but I really love the containers that these come in because once they burn down, they have these glass containers inside. You can clean them out and use these as a vase. They are beautiful, but mixing in again that mid-tone but other textures and natural materials like this marble paper towel holder that I got from Amazon. Usually, I'm not gonna lie, this is out on the countertop for convenience, but for the beauty of the video, I did tuck it away. But adding in the different materials really helps the space feel decorated, feel intentional, especially in a space like a kitchen, if you're like me, where you don't use a lot of decor. I feel like having those different materials are even more important. Another item in my kitchen that I got from Amazon are these apothecary jars. I adore these. These come in a set of 3. I have them in both the amber and the clear. And what I did is I put some laundry detergent that I used for cleaning in here and put it underneath my sink in like a beautiful little basket. I did use my label maker, so I'll make sure that's linked down below. Items with the label maker, I do try to keep in the cabinets. I was gonna use the label maker on our countertops, but it did kind of cheapen the look a little bit. So if you use a label maker, I would say do it sparingly and maybe in like things like this, and I'll show you like my spices. It just kind of makes it feel a little bit more industrial when it's tucked away and not so much out on the counter. When it comes to the items out on your counter, I keep it very, very simple, but things like this, I love. We'll keep the cleaning items for another video, but I thought I would mention a few because they're really pretty. I get all my cleaning products from Amazon and cleaning items. For example, I have these kitchen brushes that are more of that like natural material. I think this is made out of coconut husk, I think. And then I think that these are so beautiful. I love to use them when I am cleaning. And then I do also get the brush sets like this from Amazon. I purchased these many different times for friends, for gifts. I really love the look of them. So you get a whole set of those. But like I said, I won't get too much into it because I'll save that for another video. But I do have to mention these cleaning cloths. I use these as cleaning cloths. I think they're actually a towel, or that's how they're advertised on Amazon. But I love these for especially baseboards. These are the absolute best. So I'll fill up a warm bowl of hot water and laundry detergent, and with this towel, soak it up, squeeze it out, and clean my baseboards with it, and it's the best. I think it's because it's very loosely woven, so it leaves room to like grab stuff, if that makes sense. I bought these for our bathroom as towels. Now I use them as cleaning cloths because they are the best, truly the best cleaning cloth I've ever used. And then another item I have to mention is this little, it's a crumb brush, but I especially love this when I'm baking, if I'm making bread or biscuits or anything like that, or cinnamon rolls. I can sweep up my flour or any kind of little mess. I just love this little, I use this so much more than I ever thought I would. 2 other items that are from Amazon as well that I'll mention that I just thought of. I have like a beautiful feather duster from Amazon, especially if you have like a cleaning closet or a mud room, anything like that where you can display your pieces like that. Very beautiful. And then I also have a hand duster and brush that's really pretty as well from this brand. This brand is divine. A little pricier, but there are some on Amazon that are less expensive, so I'll make sure those are all listed down below. Okay, a couple of these items are gonna be repeat items. Like I said, I just filmed that other video, but because this is a kitchen video, I have to mention them again. So sorry if you watch that video and this is repetitive to you, but this beautiful little mini lamp, this is from Amazon. I'm gonna try not to say that 100 times. But this little mini lamp, I actually shared in one of my collages. I do tons of collages where I source Amazon items, pair them together, share them over on my Instagram, over on my Like to Know It, my Pinterest. I do a ton of these, and this lamp made it in one of those collages. I wasn't gonna get it, but then actually one of you DM'd me over on Instagram and said, if you did not buy this lamp, buy it, it's amazing, and you were right. It is so beautiful. It comes with a linen shade, which is higher quality. I really love that about this. A lot of the times you get like affordable lamps and the shades are just horrible. This one is not. It is gorgeous. It is linen. It's beautiful. It's like that off-white. I really love it. And then the rattan on this is so good. So good. It's on a dimmer, which I love because sometimes if we're watching a movie, we have an open concept, I will dim it all the way down where we still get that ambiance, but we can watch our movie, but it's not completely dark, if that makes sense. So I love that this is on a dimmer. Also, not even just for a kitchen, I think that this would be beautiful on a bookshelf or anywhere that a little mini lamp needs, on a bar, anything like that. It's such a good one. I really, really love this lamp, so I had to mention that again. And then also on here, as I mentioned, the booze block is from Amazon, but then my pepper mill, gorgeous. This is a heirloom piece for sure. Also comes in silver, like I mentioned in the last video, which I really, really want. But I've kind of fallen back in love with the unlacquered brass because of my picture light over here, which is also from Amazon. Adding in that gold to our kitchen has really helped warm it up. And I was gonna kind of switch over to silver, but I think I've changed my mind. And then the, what are these called? Spatula, wooden spatula set, I'm gonna mention again because there's other items that I have in here from Amazon that I'll make sure is listed in the list that I'm creating for this video, like my little pasta ladle. What is this called? Pasta ladle. I get all my all-clad from Amazon. So good, so beautiful. I'll make sure those are all listed down below, but this spatula set, this specific one I think is sold out, but I found others that I really, really love. This is the best spatula set. I bought this years ago. I've been sharing it for years. If you've been around, you're probably like, girl, I already own that spatula set because I've shared it so much, and you probably maybe already have it, but it comes in a set of 5. These 3 specifically are the ones we use most. These 2 are my favorite, but these are our 3 most used. The best thing about these spatulas is the grip. You just have so much control over these, and I talk about this all the time. They are the best wooden spatulas ever, ever, ever. I love this one to use for scraping like peanut butter or my sourdough, whatever. This one's such a good one too, so I had to mention that. But also, okay, while I was kind of getting ready for this video, I found these vintage clay pots on Amazon. I have purchased other ones in our home that I've shared in videos, but I found smaller ones for the utensil holder. I get questions about this one all the time. This one is from an Etsy account that they sent it to me, but I found them on Amazon, and right now it was a decent price for these, the vintage clay pots. They are pricey, I do have to warn you, but I just feel like they're such a unique piece, and no matter how many kind of lookalikes I purchase, nothing compares to the real deal. So this is made its way back out to my counter after I tried to find other things to bring out here and to share. I go back to the clay pot. It just adds this like warmth and history to the space that I really, really love and can't stay away from. So I love that piece. Okay, I mentioned this before, but my salt and pepper shakers, my truff salt, so many of my spices, everything I get on Amazon. And I do try to find just stuff that you know what I do? I look on like Williams-Sonoma, like their Instagram, and I see what the chefs and the cooks are cooking with. And then I get on Amazon and I try to find those items for my own kitchen to try out. We really love cooking. We love to make our own take on things, and I want to see what like the people are like, the people who know their stuff. I want to know what they're using, and then that's the things that I get. So this truff salt, so good for like potatoes. If you want to make fries, like just, you know, a little, you know. So anyway, that's what I do. I get it all on Amazon. Love it, love it. Another thing I get from Amazon is all of my jars. I really love the Le Parfait, could be saying that wrong, but the Le Parfait and the wet jars. I just really love the quality of them. I love that the Le Parfait kind of feels a little French in my kitchen. So I have this set here, which we like to use to store like our extra nuts in. And then this is the same brand, but this one comes with like a gold lid. That's really beautiful. But we do our little beef sticks in here. And then I like to use these to organize our cabinets, which we'll do for another video because it needs organized. But I love these jars. I think that they are so beautiful and they just feel like French country to me, like French countryside, beautiful pantry, you know, in my little suburban kitchen. I really love that. And then also in our kitchen, so much of our dinnerware, all of my tablecloths, most of my napkins, all from Amazon. I just really love to find linens and textiles on Amazon, but also more wet jars. Like I said, I have these in all different sizes. I really love them. The quality of these I think is incredible. I love that they come in different sizes and shapes. Just adds a little bit more interest to, you know, your jars and things. I also sometimes use these as flower vases. So I really love those. These stemless wine glasses, I feel like they're a little bit pricey, but they are divine. These are so stunning. When I first bought these, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the dream stemless glass. First of all, the shape is absolutely stunning, but it's so thin. The lip is just so thin. So when you're drinking wine out of it, it just creates this whole experience. They are so beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then recently, Zach actually bought these coffee glasses. We have the small, we have the large too, let me grab them. We have the small and we have the large. I will say we use the small more often. They also come in a different print, but we thought that these looked really just kind of like old worldy to us, and they are so good. I used to drink my coffee out of a mason jar, which I loved. Just a classic mason jar that, you know, had let me show you. Classic mason jar has this rim right here so that you could put your lid on. But these give you the same lid, actually almost even better, but you don't have to deal with that ring. I would literally drink from right here just because I loved the lip of the glass. But then I didn't have to, you know, kind of work around I hope that makes sense. I'm really picky when it comes to glassware, and I know that sounds silly, but it makes a difference in the whole experience. So switching from my regular mason jars that I drank my coffee out of for years to these have been game changer. Okay, also, these little dessert plates, I think these are sold out at the moment, but they do come back in stock, but the dinner plates are in stock. I absolutely love these. I think these were a little bit of a splurge too, but they were just so unique and so different, and I just really loved adding in this texture. I wanted a second set, but they sold out before I got my hands on them, so I've been eyeing them, and I will let you know when they come back in stock, because I know a lot of you have purchased them and love them as well. So good. I really, really, really love those. I use them all the time. As I mentioned, my spice jars are from Amazon. I love these. I love that they're square because they fit right flush with each other, taking up less space. But I really loved doing the labels for these. So I just got my little label maker out and labeled all of them. They're all labeled, and I just think it looks so pretty in our cabinets. Love. And then I buy these little tulip wet jars and store our like cocktail rim in these. So this is the cinnamon, salt, and sugar that I use for my apple cider margarita. I love these. I love to use them for this. I will make little creme de pots in here, little desserts, so cute, little parfaits if you just are doing like a little appetizer. These are the cutest little jars ever. Oh, I'm gonna mention these again because I mentioned them in the last video, but these are so good. First of all, This brand is incredible, but the quality of these pepper grinders alone are worth buying these. So you could refill them with salt and pepper that you get from, you know, from bulk, but these, the actual grinder itself is so smooth. Incredible. I also decant our large seasonings. So I have garlic salt in here. These are just a little bit bigger than the other spice jars. So for some of our bigger items, like that come in the bigger containers, I will put in the weck jars. Now we're gonna get into some of our drawers. Gosh, this is always so hard because so much of our kitchen is from Amazon. I mean, so much of it. Like our apple slicer is from Amazon. Also, I have this little cheese knife set. This is one of my favorites. I tend to collect, I didn't even know I collected like charcuterie or cheese knife sets, but I do. I love them. Anytime I'm out in the world shopping, I always am looking at these. So this set specifically, absolutely stunning. Such a good gift idea as well. I love the wood handle on this, so beautiful. I also got this set, and I just recently checked, and this one is in stock. It's so much, online it looks so boring and just so basic, but in person, it's stunning. Absolutely beautiful charcuterie set, or cheese knife set. This one also is from Amazon. I love that this is more of that like iron, organic, more of like a rough set. So good. Anything else? I have other items from Amazon in here, but I don't think that they're in stock. Oh, even my olive spoon. I think I have 2 of these from Amazon. Maybe I only have 1. I love, love, love this little olive spoon. Also, I did recently find one in black, if gold isn't your thing. Oh, and these, okay. My stirrers, how did I almost forget these? I think I'm gonna order these in silver because I love the brass. I've had these for years, but they do come in silver, so I kind of feel like I want to get them in silver. Anyway, these are so nice. I stir my coffee with these. You could put these in like a jar, like a long jar that you, like a jam jar or anything like that, because they have a little tiny spoon. These are so great. I love those. They come in a set of 3 and they're just, every kitchen needs them. I also forgot, the weck jars come in so many different sizes. I make our own vanilla extract. I did a reel over on Instagram last winter of me doing this, but this I think is specifically made for that. But again, you could reuse these jars for so many different things. They are the absolute best. This would also be a unique like little coffee jar or even like a smoothie. It's just so tall and skinny. I love it. Oh, and I get my bulk Maldon salt from Amazon. I can't reach it, but I get the big tub and then refill my spice jars, or even my little salt cellar that I have over here. It has my salt in here, and I like to get that on Amazon because that salt is the best finishing salt. It's just so like flaky and finishing salt, but like very thin and fine as well. I can't quite describe it. You gotta try it. It is so good. Love. Another thing I get from Amazon is all of my like Pyrex and Rubbermaid Tupperware. It's so convenient to just order it, get it delivered at your door. But I also get these linen bowl covers. So if I do like my doughs or anything like that, or have food or like a salad that I'm just trying to crisp up, I'll pop this over the lid of a bowl, which I really, really love. Also a very great gift idea, and they come in so many different sizes. You can put them on your mason jars or your jams, whatever. They are so good. These don't have a liner, the linen ones, but I also have these ticking stripe ones that have a liner. So if you're gonna have something overnight that needs a little bit more protection, these are really great. Also, this set of mixing bowls from Amazon. They come in so many different sizes. These, I think, double as a decorative piece because they're kind of that like handmade ceramic look. I've had these out on my open shelf in our past apartment, and I really, really love them. But also if you're, you know, making a dinner and you want to use them as a mixing bowl or a little ramekin, they also have a little spout if you need that. I just think that these are so pretty. Okay, moving on to more of the scary drawers. These are so unorganized and I need to get these organized. But again, so much from Amazon. We get our, what is this called? Like meat thermometer from Amazon, like everything. But some of the fun items that I have in here, these are a recent purchase. We needed some oven mitts and I went to Williams-Sonoma to get the oven mitts because I had them in the past, but they just got kind of gross. So I needed to replace them and they were sold out. So I got on Amazon and I found these and I actually really love these. I think that they are so beautiful. I love the stripe. You guys know I am super into stripes. They are just the absolute best. Also, if you need a good pair of kitchen scissors, these all plaid, wonderful. And then the item I really wanted to mention that I have in here is my Wusthof knives. These are the best knife I have ever used ever in my life. I have the set of 3 with the chopping knife, the paring knife, and the, I don't know what this knife is called, but so good. If you, they're a little bit more of a splurge, but if you're looking for like a knife you'll have forever, those are incredible. And then also our pizza cutter. So instead of the one with like the little like wheel, this one is so much better. So basically you just do it in one chop. It's the absolute best. We also will cut our sandwiches with this and our quesadillas. So we use this all the time, even for like if you have a bunch of cilantro that you need to chop up or anything like that, this is really great if you don't have like, you know, herb scissors or whatever. So versatile, the best. There's a lot more in this drawer from Amazon, like our little, you know, spatulas and dough choppers and things like that I'll make sure are linked down below. Even like our, oh my gosh, I bought this from Amazon. And look how huge this is. It's massive. But if you do a lot of baking, I'll link it down below for you. Even our little pie servers. I have so many pieces in here that my, oh, this is a recent purchase I love. I've been using this for my sourdough. Also for my cinnamon rolls to just be able to chop. This is so good. I think it's a cheese knife is what it's advertised as. But it's, I don't like it for that. I like it for this. I also get all of my Nordic ware from Amazon. I'm new to Nordic ware, but their stuff is incredible. I have their baking sheets, their ice cream scoop, their whisks, all of it. It's just like such good quality. I even have a smaller one of these for cookie dough somewhere in here. This drawer is so scary. I really hope you can't see in here because it needs organized. But I have little wood ladles in here from, I mean, this whole drawer I think is from Amazon. So I will make sure all of this is listed down below. As you guys know, and as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, oh gosh, and these spatulas too. These are so great. These are Nordic ware. The top comes off so you can make sure it's nice and clean. That's the scary part about these is I like the all silicone because I feel like it's a little bit more clean. But if I'm gonna do a wooden handle, I like these. My dough hook. I have, oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna mention these. I get so excited when I film these videos and I feel like I'm always in a rush because I want to try to share as much as possible because I'm not joking. Like 90% of our house, okay, that's dramatic. Anything that's not vintage is likely from Amazon in here. I love to dig through, source beautiful items, share those with you. Kind of feels like it's my own brick and mortar in a way, although it's not, but it kind of feels that way. Anyway, these horn spoons are so beautiful. And I feel like I had these out on our coffee bar when we had one, but also for charcuterie boards, anything like that. They are stunning. Also, another really great gift idea. I have a smaller set as well that you could pull out. I just think that these are very masculine and just really, really love them. Anyway, this drawer is packed full of so many like gadgets and goodies that I will make sure is listed down below. I almost forgot to mention my canisters and I had to stop editing. I was in the middle of editing and come out here and set the camera back up because these are something that had to be in this video because they are probably one of my more favorite things that I've purchased for this kitchen in this apartment, but they're tucked down at the bottom, so I completely forgot about them when I was filming earlier. Anyway, they're my canisters in my kitchen, and I've gone through quite a few different canisters, but this time I thought I want high quality, and I want something that is just gonna last a long time. And when I look through Pinterest in my ideal home and the look that I'm going for, I always come back to these timeless canisters. These are an Italian brand, a little bit pricier, but the quality of these are incredible. I love these. I actually need to get a few more and some bigger sizes as well, because I have some other items I need to put in here, and maybe even get like a bigger flower. Now that I've had them for a while, I kind of know the different sizes I need. Anyway, these are by the brand Fido, I think, made in Italy. Gorgeous. I did my label maker on the front, but again, kind of like my spice jars, I like that they are square, so you can fit them in your cabinets or your pantry flush, which is very important for someone like me who lives in a small apartment. But also, if you had a big pantry and you had these kind of lined up, okay, that one's too heavy to pick up, but you had these lined up on the back wall, like look how beautiful that is. This looks like it came straight from like an Italian bakery. I love these. I think that they are stunning. I pulled out some other items that I have purchased from Amazon that I want to share with you guys. Also, I did not get them out, but all of my Le Creuset are from Amazon. I collect Le Creuset cooking items. I get like one a year or maybe one every other year because they are quite the splurge, but they are an heirloom piece. They are quality. You will have them for the rest of your life. I'm gonna mention the brazier. Actually, maybe I should get it out and show you. I have my Dutch oven is from Amazon. Zach gifted it to me for Christmas one year. And then my brazier, which this is the, like, I would say this, I would get #1, because you can do like your everyday meals, your one pot dishes in here. You could do so many with this pot. And then when I got it, it came with a silver knob, but I did switch it out for this gold knob when I was super into the gold. Should have kept the silver knob. I may have, it might be somewhere, but anyway. I get all my Le Creusets on Amazon, and they are just the best. I like to get the white, or is it ivory? I will go through my purchase history and link the exact ones, but I love those. Also, the Staubs are on Amazon, and they're so beautiful, and a timeless piece you'll have forever. I do feel like the kitchen is where I have noticed the biggest difference when I have actually invested in pieces. Having kitchen items that are high quality is game changer. And then a few more fun pieces that I have. I actually totally forgot that I had these. And in the move, they just got tucked back into a cabinet, but while I was digging out some stuff for this video, I found them, and I might have to use them again. But they are these little canisters, and I would put my creamer in this tall skinny one, but also you could use these for, you know, take these off and use them for just like a pitcher. I really, really love this. I was going through a phase where I wanted my refrigerator to be so beautiful, which I still do, but I was swapping out some of my like everyday stuff and putting in like cute, beautiful jars and things like these. And then I did my iced coffee in this one, especially if you make your iced coffee at home, or if you also make your creamer at home. Brilliant. These are gorgeous. And what's really nice about these is they twist to loosen. And then when you put them on, you twist them, you hold it down, twist it to tighten so that it's airtight, which you really want, especially for those sort of things. This little pitcher is back in stock, so I had to mention it because it looks handmade. It is so beautiful. I have used this for outside dining, and I really love this. Also for like gravies or things like that, this works really well. But I just love that it looks handmade. I think it's so beautiful. Such a good little timeless piece. And then the best dinnerware that I have purchased from Amazon is by far the, how do I say this? Casa Fina, I think is how you say it. Gorgeous. These are made in Portugal. I will say they're a little pricey. I think they sell these at Pottery Barn as well, if I'm not mistaken. But they're just a beautiful dinnerware set. Again, a little bit more of a splurge, but a timeless piece. Like, if you're at the stage where you want just a dinnerware set that's going to last you so long that you can pair with lots of different other styles, these are it. Right, I think that's all I'm gonna mention in this video. I probably missed a ton. So if I did, and while I'm editing this, I remember some things, I will make sure they are linked in the list that I created of all my Amazon kitchen items. That list will be linked down below. I will also try to individually link each item in the description. So check there or in the comments if you saw anything that you loved and that you need for your home. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which item that you have in your kitchen that is a must-have, whether it's from Amazon or not, because I might need it. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in a couple days with another. Bye.
I would say we were good together. I would say we have